Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Hizzy Hustle. Just a short one today. We don't got too much going on. Just going to do a market stat update and just kind of tell everyone what's going on in the market here in the Okanagan for January 2025. We will be taking a dive into, hopefully at some point, the summit that Justin Trudeau will be hosting tomorrow amidst these tariff threats to try to kind of get some advice and the general consensus from business owners, I believe, from both U.S. and Canada to try to see, how we can lobby and rally behind our government and try to get rid of these tariffs permanently, which would be fantastic because I don't think anyone likes it. And I know for a fact I've been losing some sleep over it, so I can't be the only one. So anyways, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode. My name is Tyler Heisman. I am a licensed realtor here in the Okanagan. Please follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a comment, engage with the channel. It really, really helps grow. I've definitely seen a little bit of traction starting this week. I know we're new to this, but we're going to keep going until eventually something happens. So thanks again for everyone tuning in. To get started here, we are going to just quickly browse over our market in the last 24 hours. So we have 52 new listings, 2 back on the market, 13 price decreases, 1 price increase, which I cannot fathom why you would do a price increase in this market, because if nobody's bidding on your home, see, we live in a time now where you can't undervalue a home. There's so much pent-up demand to a certain extent. When you get out of the first-time home buyers kind of, $500,000 to $700,000 range, single-family dwelling, not first-time home buyer like condos and townhouses. This is specifically single-family dwellings in Vernon and whatnot. When you get to an undervalued position, there's so much attention that gets drawn to it that it does get bid up to a rough or very close to market value. It's just there's a lot of pent up demand. It's really hard. So when there's a good deal, people jump on it. So yeah, I can't see the point of doing a price increase, but people are doing it. We got 20 sold, fantastic actually, and 15 canceled and 3 expired. So definitely some spring market action, or some late winter, hopefully early spring action. But we'll see as we progress through the year. So I'm just gonna pop this over here. It makes life a little bit easier for us. And then I'll just make this window a little bit bigger. So residential sales for the Okanagan in January 2025. So Central Okanagan units sold 241, up 21.1% from last year. That's pretty good. Dollar amount up 25% from last year. Active listings up from last year, and new listings a lot more from last year. So that's kind of telling me that there is some consumer confidence and some seller confidence when it comes to what they think the market's going to be doing. Wow, there's only one down arrow in this whole situation. So that's actually really good. So that's Central Okanagan, Kelowna, that type of area. North Okanagan, which is the Vernon area, 82, so up 34%, $54.7 million in sale, up 48.9% from last year. Active listings up 659, so up almost 16% from last year. And then 208 new listings, so up almost 30% from last year. So, big jumps. Shuswap, Revelstoke, same thing, up 6.5%, up 4% with 31 mil for volume sold. Active listings 401, up 22.2%, and then new listings 93, up 29.7. So the trend is quite consistent across the board. We're seeing a few areas that might have a big jump, Penticton units sold up 75% from last year. That's crazy. South Okanagan is the Penticton area. And then amount sold up 70%. Active listings up almost 16%, and then new listings up 50. So there's a big jump in that South Okanagan market. South Peace River area, and then Kelowna districts, Kootenays. So this is where we start kind of getting out of our territory. Still considered the interior, but it's not really the Okanagan. This is kind of our area in the Okanagan here. So, Penticton to Revelstoke. But you're seeing some good numbers around there. If you do know anybody who's looking for some agents in this area, give us a shout. We know some awesome people all over this country. So if you're liking the channel, you like our content, you like our ideas behind what we see the market doing, then give me a shout. I would be happy to talk and give any advice, and hopefully point you in the right direction if I can. So for the total association numbers, we are up 806 listings sold for a 27.3 increase over last year. So January last year was pretty dead. That means we have 600 listings sold, which is crazy. Volume up 31%. Active listings up 20%, and then new listings up 36.8. So new listings going up is a good sign, because that means that sellers think that their stuff is going to move. How do I make this bigger? Oh, you know what? Let's do that. There we go. Get these numbers even bigger for you guys. So just in case anyone wants to go back through, if it was a little bit harder to see, here are all the numbers. So you can pause your screen there. And you can pause your screen there. So January statistics, the South Peace River, I find it crazy that that's even part of our market. It's like above Prince George. But here you can see our kind of area. So Kootenay, once again, that's not really our zone, but we know some amazing realtors in there. Here's Vernon, Merritt, Kelowna. So here's Okanagan Lake right here, as you can see. So central Okanagan, south Okanagan at your Penticton area, and then your Vernon area at north Okanagan, and then all the way up to Shuswap, Revelstoke area here. So that is our beautiful Okanagan area. Can't get much better than that. So we are taking a look here. Where are we? Oh, it says all at the top there. Look at that. So single family dwellings, central, north, Shuswap, and south. For sales, we're up 41% for 110 in Kelowna area, up 41%. North Okanagan 45, up 66.7%. Shuswap 25, same as last year. And South Okanagan 43, up 65.4%. Benchmark price, crazy, $1.03 million, up 5.4. So we are starting in the $1 million range for January of 2025 in Kelowna for single family dwellings. That is crazy. Vernon area, 759 single family dwellings, up 5.3% from last year, so pretty on par with Kelowna. Shuswap, Revelstoke, 705.3, up 10.4, and then South Okanagan, 769.2, up 11%. So there's a big jump. Actually, they jumped us. Actually, for the first time in a while, I think that South Okanagan jumped North Okanagan in pricing, so that's great. Days to sell, this is where we want to see some down arrows, which is great because that means that things are moving quicker. So days to sell are down 0.2% from last year, pretty close. Big change in last year for the North Okanagan and Vernon, but Shuswap and Penticton are seeing a little bit of increase in days on market there. So not too bad, but what can you do? Inventory's rising, got 25.5% higher at 1,057 from last year, so 292 up 7.4%, and then 180 up 12.5, and 423 up 11. All in all, numbers seem to be relatively similar. except for, well, North Okanagan and townhomes and stuff like that. So Vernon doesn't really have a lot of townhomes and condos, so these numbers are not necessarily like the best. Kelowna definitely has a lot of them. We're doing more. There's definitely, well, I guess it's hard to say, more townhomes in Vernon than condos. We have like a really small condo market. I don't know why. You don't really know why. Anyways, numbers for townhouses in Central, got 38 sold, up 35.4 or 7%. 4 sold in North Okanagan, down 60%. 6 in Shuswap, up 20, and 16 in South Okanagan, up 77.8. Benchmark prices, a little bit, actually that's pretty much on par with the single family. So 742 up 5.1%, 540 up 2.8%, 504 up 1.3%, and 507 up 7.3%. So prices are increasing, days on market are decreasing, except for the Shuswap Revelstoke area, and inventory is rising in our area, so it's a good time. And then condo apartments. Sales 63 up 10%, 14 up 55%, 1 down 83%, and 25 up 127%. Prices steady increase except for the South Okanagan. It looks like we're seeing a rough, between 3 to 5% increase in pricing over the year, or over the full year from January last year to January this year, which is kind of where we want to see a steady market. Days to sell a little bit higher, quite a bit higher in the North Okanagan, which is fair. And then Shuswap actually is down almost 80%, and South Okanagan is down. So seems like those condos might be a little bit more popular in the Revelstoke and Penticton area. So. And then inventory is all rising, which is a good sign. Means sellers are willing to come back to the market. So if we want to go down specific areas, we definitely can. But this one's more if you kind of are just curious about your specific area. So, Big White, Black Mountain, Crawford Estates, Dilworth Mountain, Ellison, Fintry, Glenmore, Glen Rosa, Joe Rich, Kelowna North, Kelowna South, Kettle Valley, Lake Country East, Lake Country North, Lake Country West or South, and Lakeview Heights, Lower Mission, McKinley Landing, North Glenmore, Peachland, Rutland North, Rutland South, Shannon Lake, Smith Creek, Southeast Kelowna, Springfield Spall, University District, Upper Mission, West Kelowna Estates, West Bank Center, and Wilden. Those are all the Central Okanagan areas. Feel free to pause and look through. And then I'm not going to read off all these ones, but this is the North Okanagan. So if you see your area, you could see the specific. So, City of Vernon, this is where I live. Single family dwelling, townhouse apartment. So you can kind of see those prices. That's weird. What the heck is that? Sales, benchmark price. Is it saying that there's only one? No, that's not right. Anyways, if you see your area, you can pause it, but it's pretty much just less stuff for the average person. But yeah, that's it for this one. Just wanted to go over the market stats for January 2024. Any questions, concerns, please leave a comment below. I would love to engage. We'll be making daily content, doing my best to stay on it. But if there is anybody out there that has a request, wants me to cover a certain thing, throw it in the comments. I would be happy to do so. I really want to cover, my opinion on property transfer tax and why I don't think it shouldn't be a thing at all. And apparently, actually, the boards for our province and our association, I believe, are actually rallying, try to lobby towards getting rid of it. So, yeah, haven't quite figured out. That's obviously more of a dialogue-rich video, which I haven't really messed too much around with how to create something like that. This is more of just a live stream type of format. So, yeah, like I said, if you guys have anything that you'd like to get covered, I would love to do it, because I'm going to try to take this content creation thing a little bit more seriously, see if we can get some traction behind it. So once again, if anyone tunes in, thank you so much for sticking around. Like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I would really appreciate it. Helps grow the channel. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Take care. Oh, remember, we're covering the summit tomorrow. You'll see how to avoid these tariffs from business owners on both sides of the border. So once again, thanks and enjoy.